what our life's like on that side. I can't explain what I believe when I look to you. I'll try when you were there. I'll find a place to hide.
Bro, Bellingham got man of the match, man. I cannot believe it. I can't believe it, man. It's unreal.
He scored the winning goal, didn't he?
Tapping from 2 yards, man. How about Courtois made like 5-6 saves, man, in the game? Yeah, it's a joke, man. The PR's wild, bro. I can't believe it, man.
The game's about PR these days, man. You know, the individual awards go to PR. We know this. Apart from Rodri's Ballon d'Or, obviously, everything else is rigged.
Rodri's Ballon d'Or was the cleanest Ballon d'Or win of all time.
Clean, bro, clean.
Clean.
I still maintain to this day, bro, Haaland was robbed. I don't care about your Messi lovers. I love Messi too, but I'm sorry, Haaland deserved the Ballon d'Or that year. He 53 goals in all comps, whatever it was, a treble.
Yeah,
Sorry, Messi, mate. You're going to have to not add to your ridiculous amount of Ballon d'Ors, in my opinion, because Haaland deserved it. But look, that's a conversation for a different day.
Now, he defo did deserve it, yeah. Listen, I didn't lose my shit at that, yeah, because for me,
I got cooked on the Big Six, bro. I went on the Big Six and got absolutely flamed. Messi. I said, bro, he spent half the year in Miami.
Yeah. Nah, for real, man. Like, Haaland did deserve it, yeah. But I didn't lose my shit because I love Messi, and I was just like, listen, it's his last one ever.
You're part of the problem than you are. Now you're part of the problem.
Yeah, no.
Don't be complaining when Jude's getting mad at the matches. You know, but I love Messi. Well, plenty of people just love Jude, bro. Yeah, because it doesn't fit your narrative.
Bro,
you're not happy.
How can you love Jude, man? That's crazy.
The Madrid fans are singing "Hey Jude" tonight, man. They love him out there, and we all know Madrid carried the most weight in these things generally.
Yeah. No, it's crazy, man. Honestly, it's wild. But you said any Ballon d'Or winners at City this year, bro?
Haaland, man. Haaland again, hopefully.
Haaland.
The only thing going against Haaland is the fact that, like, look, let's say we were to have a sick year, win one of the major trophies, and Haaland continues in the vein he's in. It doesn't matter because they'll give it to someone from the World Cup winning team.
Yeah.
World Cup year.
He probably needs to win the Champions League, doesn't he, to have a chance?
He does, but even just because the fact that it's a World Cup year and he's from Norway, he won't get it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. No. It's a bit weird, man. The Ballon d'Or is a bit of a joke, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, what you saying, bro? You good, yeah?
Good, bro. Good. Having a great time. I've been on annual leave for a few days, so I've been recharging. I was meant to be in Spain. I was telling you earlier on, I was meant to be at the Villarreal game, but Amos, who's joining us shortly, and a few of the other lads decided they can't go very last minute, so that trip had to be put on hold. But I was at the Everton game on the weekend, which was nice. I think I've been to all the home games this season now, so I'm not plastic. I'm a pretty hardcore fan these days. Life's good, man. City are doing well. What is that? 10 unbeaten, 9 unbeaten, or something like that. So, I mean, look, we'll get into it, but I've no complaints early doors. Do you know what I mean? Once we're not crumbling and we've no bozos.
The vibes are back, bro.
The vibes are back.
Feeling good, man. And Pep said it himself yesterday. He said the good vibes in the camp, man. And you got to have a good camp. Yeah, you got to have players like, you know what I mean, pulling in the same direction and that. And obviously that wasn't the case last year, as we know, as Pep's mentioned, Bernardo Silva's mentioned, and maybe a couple of the other players have hinted. But yeah, like everyone just seems together, man. Like, everyone just seems buzzing, and like my confidence is just the problem is, yeah, last year damaged me, bro. You know what I mean? Like, my confidence was completely tore apart. So, like, people are saying, "Oh, I'll be like," you know what I mean? Like, you reckon we could win this game or do this or win, like, get clean sheet? And I'm like, yo, chill. I'm like, yo, I need to be rebuilt brick by brick. But brick by brick, we're doing it. We're on 9 games unbeaten, and I'm getting more and more confident. My defense, I'm getting more confident in the defense. You know what I mean? And I'm just getting, I'm just enjoying it a lot more now. You know what I mean?
You got trust issues, and I get that. You've been hurt. You've been hurt.
Facts,
you know what I mean? Like you've been hurt, and I understand that. You're one of many. I kind of lie somewhere in the middle. I'm kind of in a middle ground. Like I'm by no means back to the mentality of the year before last and years before. The years following up to it, where it was like you kind of go into most games expecting a win, and you're kind of just debating whether you're going to get a clean sheet or not, or if you're going to win by 2 or 3. That's how we felt for a long time, and we were very spoiled in that sense. And then it went polar opposite last season, total crash and burn. And I kind of lie somewhere in the middle now. I'm not going into any games saying guaranteed 3-point collectors today, but I'm also not, expecting the worst or, kind of resigned to a bozo error or resigned to stupid goals conceded. And I know it's still very early doors to feel like that, but I just do. I just look at the team. Like I say, I've been to quite a few games this season now, so I look at them in person and I can just see it myself. Amos will speak on it too, that I think the players themselves, I think a few of them have mentioned it as well, they feel a lot better. They're starting to feel themselves again. They're starting to play like themselves again. And I've listened to most of your streams over the last few days, and I think a lot of individuals have been touched on. And it's correct. Even things like Ruben Diaz, Ruben Diaz, who I've not been his biggest fan over the last 2 years. I think he's been rocky, whether it be through injury 2 seasons ago, fair enough, and then last season just outright poor like the rest of them. He's playing really well. He's playing really, really well right now, and he's one of many players doing so. Nico Gonzalez, and they're all benefiting from, of course, Haaland keeping them afloat with the results. But Donnarumma, in the goals behind them, he's absolutely contributed to the resurgence of Ruben Diaz, in my opinion. I really do. I don't think you have Ruben Diaz in his current form if Ederson is still there, and that's what all.
Probably.
That's just with all due respect to Ederson. I believe that. So, look, we're building brick by brick, and it's not. I think people are fearing, bro. I think people are fearing that injury to Donnarumma, or injury to Haaland, and of course it's correct. You're absolutely right to feel a bit like, how's this going to play out? But I'm somewhat excited and intrigued by players around them at the minute. Cherki coming back, I really have high hopes for him. Marmoush coming back, I really have high hopes for him to continue in the vein that he left off. Foden, I think, has been potentially underappreciated this season. I think he's been excellent. So there's things happening. I don't think it's as black and white as if we lose Haaland, we lose, full stop. Do you know what I mean? I think if we can keep Haaland ticking along as long as we can, while other players are finding their feet and settling in and, getting their rhythm going, we're going in the right direction. It's hard to get a whole team to click at once, when a lot of them are relatively new. So, it's cool, man. It's cool. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the evolution so far. It's all fairly new to us, in my adult life anyway. This is
let me ask you a question, but like, I don't know, but you're in. Basically, what I want to know, is like, what do you need to see? What do we need to see as City fans before we can start being like, because like Pep said after the game yesterday, he thinks Manchester City are getting back to their best, but he thinks. I think we are, but I think like. How do we know, or like, what do we need to see from this team before we're like, oh, we're serious? Or do we just have to go along with the journey and just like find out? You know what I mean? Like, what do you reckon? Like, we're missing in the team before like you can be like, yeah, we're serious, man.
I think it's clear. And I think it's just a simple case of goals from more players than Erling Haaland. I think too many people are hoping and expecting the defense to be of Arsenal levels right now, which I think is quite unattainable for pretty well anyone in the world that's not Arsenal. I mean, that Arsenal defensive unit, first of all, is together quite a while, mainly, Saliba and Gabriel. But then you have Timber, who's been at the club now. I think it's his 3rd season, albeit he missed the first one through injury. You've Ben White there. I know he doesn't start, but he's, they have a unit that's kind of there a long time. So I don't expect City to be going, 3 goals conceded in 15 games. I think that's an unrealistic expectation, but I do actually really like the defense. I think there's a good blend of players there, a good balance of players there. It's just about finding the right one. Even though, look, I think there probably is an obvious best one, which we could talk about. So for me, look, there's small things as well, like Nico G's injury. If Nico G wasn't injured, I wouldn't talk about the midfield. I'm really fucking happy with Nico G. I'm really impressed with him so far. So then it's just a simple case of I need other players to chip in with goals. It's not Erling Haaland. So it was nice when Bernardo got one last night because, before that, Haaland had scored our previous 8 goals. So, I know people can talk about how good Doku's been and he's improved. Yeah. Of course he has. Savio, he needs to step up. I know, as you said earlier on, that you think he'll score 4 goals this season. That's fucking shit for me. That's just not good enough.
That's Prem only, Mike. You get a couple in there.
That's
appalling. He's already got one against Huddersfield.
If he scores 4 Prem goals this season, I'll drive him to Manchester Airport myself. I'll carry him to Manchester.
Bro, that's a 4 times improvement.
Who's this? Savio?
Yeah, bro. I
said someone in the chat before when I was in the watch line said, "Elby, how many goals do you reckon Savio will get?" I said, "Prem goals this season. I reckon he gets 4 goals. That's a 4 times improvement, bro.
Appalling. He needs 10 at least, in my opinion. 10 at least.
10.
10 at least to warrant.
What did he get like 16 in that robbed Ballon d'Or campaign? I don't think 10's going to be doable. I don't think he should be getting 10.
I don't see why not. I think 10 goals for a Manchester City winner.
I'm a Savio Glazer for saying he's going to get 4 goals. That shows you how fucking bad it is.
That's bad. Yeah.
How can people not expect 10 goals of a winger if he's going to play a lot of football?
Is this 10 in the Prem or 10 all comps?
No, I'll say 10 all comps. Oh
yeah, fair. I thought you were speaking Prem. Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, well then 7 in the Prem.
What's your target, bro?
It's still. Like, I'm sorry, at some point when, you look at your wingers who have poor goal scoring records, you have to say, start fucking scoring goals, or else we're going to get someone else in. And I'll say the same for Cherki in 2 seasons' time. If he's done absolutely nothing and he's not contributed with goals and assists, I'll go, well, like, you may be a nice footballer, but you're not contributing where we need you the most. Like, if you want to win a league title, you need players other than your number 9 to contribute. So I think it's a fair point. What do we say? Savio 17.
Yeah, you did 17. Yeah. I did 20. But obviously, like, we need to update October at the end of the month, and he's got 2 now already. So he's already on 3. So what do you think of your spreadsheet, Amos? You rate the technology?
8 goals and assists for Nico. You guys have got high standards, man. I rate it.
That's all comps, man.
8 goals and assists for Nico Gonzalez.
I reckon he scores 4 goals, for pingers. He'll just get like a couple scrappy assists.
Yeah. To be fair, was this at the start of the season or was it just now?
Start.
Yeah, we did that at the start of the season.
Yeah, 50 for Haaland. You could probably double that at this rate.
Oh, yeah, we met 50, didn't we, for Haaland, bro? That's mad. Yeah.
But if Haaland's getting 50, say if Haaland gets 50 goals, the assists have to come from somewhere. Do you know what I mean? So other people.
I do think Savio chips in with more assists than he does goal. Oh, we saw that last season. The guy, like, give him his credit. He does know how to get in positions, and I actually think yesterday the pass for the Rico assist was probably more impressive than his cross for the Bernardo goal, if that makes sense. I thought that was, and he's obviously not getting a goal or an assist for the pass, but Savio does chip in with assists, to be fair to him.
Yeah. What did you make of Savio yesterday, man? Because I said I thought Savio played well yesterday, but like I'm having people in the chat today saying LB, like, I don't know what you're talking about. He was absolutely dead. But like, I thought he had a good game, and obviously he got man of the match as well.
I don't know if Nico stays on, Nico Gonzalez, he probably gets man of the match. Maybe not the UEFA one because it's like whoever gets, the star boy, whatever. But it's a weird one, especially that first half. I thought he was much better in the second half, but he goes off at half time. He's got an assist and he's got the pre-assist for the Haaland goal. But I was like, I didn't know if he was good or it was weird. He was effective without being efficient, if that makes sense. Like, he could have, on another day, if he had his head screwed on, he probably could have ended 4 big chances, 5 big chances. I don't know what the actual numbers were, so maybe he did get close to that. But it was a step in the right direction. I think it's his best game since he came back from that injury at the start of the season. Obviously, the Spurs transfer news, which, I mean, like, to be fair, I know we've done this conversation in the summer. The guy is still very young, and obviously there is development to be had. But going over the same conversations again, you can't have wingers like Doku, Bob, Savio, the projects. You can't have them not contributing. At some point, one of them have got to go, you know what, I'll grab this by the balls and I'll get that 10 goals.
Well, is that why? Is it time for Cherki then? Because I think it is. For that reason.
Yeah. I think he's shown enough in these last 2 cameos. They've been not even 20 minutes combined or something. But some of the passes, some of the interchanges. That
one ball he played for Haaland where he missed 1-on-1. That's daft. That ball, wasn't it? That crazy pass.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like, there's not many other players in the pitch, maybe Foden, that could pull off that ball. So it just, as a fan, it gets you gassed. You want to see more of him, knowing that's in his locker. that's why I want to see him more as well. So
It's-
I'd like to see him get a good
But I
run.
saw a tweet that you put out, Amos, where you said you feel like Pep's forcing this Savio Doku thing, and you're not sure if it's going to work or something like that. Like what would you say?
I think I go back to the start of last season when City had Chelsea on that first day of the season, and he played Doku Savio. Obviously, Savio just came in from Girona, and I think we saw it at times last year when maybe part of it was, other players not in form, not sort of providing the goods, whatever. But there were like moments, even after Marmoush came in at times, where it felt like City had better options on the wing, but he was just sort of like forcing, maybe the wrong word, but it does feel like that's in his mind's eye, that's what he wants the wingers to look like. Which if he's, maybe it will click and it will be, like Sterling, Sane days. I'm not right now. I still think the jury's out because I don't think those two will ever be consistent enough in the way that they play their game. Like, yes, Savio might chip in with the goals and assists, but like I said before, I don't think he was necessarily as effective as he could have been. Doku, obviously, fingers crossed it ain't a purple patch, but I don't know personally. I thought it was maybe a little bit meh against Everton. I thought right back for Villarreal did decent, to be fair. So, early days since this international break has come back, but I just don't know if you get the consistency of those two. And I think Cherki's one of them players, like we speak about Pep forwards in the first season. He doesn't strike me as someone who needs that integration because he's technically just so good from the back. Like he's making them passes.
He's got the ego and the arrogance about him where he's just like, bro, I don't need to do the whole integration. You see me, I'm a techie baller. I'm better than all you. So get me on the pitch and I'll just ball out. You know what I mean? Like some players don't need that integration time. And I think he's just one of those players that's just like, just get me on the pitch and I'll just sort it out for you. Do you know what I mean? Like Tottenham game, didn't particularly have a great game there, but probably shouldn't have played. And the whole team didn't play well. Still put a chance in for Haaland. Haaland should have that header, should have scored. So yeah, I just at the point now, I would have started him yesterday personally.
I would have. I was surprised he didn't,
but I do think now it's time to get Cherki in. Now, the where you put Cherki in, I don't know. Do you put him on the left? Do you put him off the right? Do you put him in the middle? I don't know. But I just think it's time for Cherki. I think, and I've been someone that's been like really chill on Cherki. Like, relax, don't rush him in the team. Like, just chill. Yeah. But now I'm at the point where I'm like, right, end of October. Yeah, the team's getting going. We're on a 9-match winning streak, but there is a little bit of a lack of creativity sometimes in games, and obviously not enough firepower from our wingers. I think it's time to put him in now. So, yeah, I'd send him this weekend. Me,
I think with players who when they first arrive and you watch them the first few times, and you can tell they're very paranoid about making mistakes. They don't want to slip up or do something really costly. You do kind of have to, I suppose, nurse them a bit more and give them a bit more period of grace. But every time we've watched Cherki, he's just progressive. He's like, nah, give it to me. Let me do something. He has this arrogance about him, which I love. I think you need it to be an elite level footballer. And he probably has a level of selfishness as well, which is why I think he's going to pick up goals, because he's so technically good and he has that arrogance about him. So look, like you say, when the team is struggling for creativity and you see that guy coming on for 5 minutes at a time, 2 games in a row, and looking the way he does, you just want to see more, don't you? He's one of those players who get bums off seats. And he look. I've watched a few YouTubers who watch a lot more football outside the Premier League speak about him, and some of them believe he's one of the best creative footballers in world football right now.
And do you see Pep's comments before the game?
Nah.
Said, I can't remember exactly word for word, and obviously still got a language barrier there, but Pep said something along the lines of like he's one of the best technicians or the best ball at the feet players that he's ever seen. And I know like this is the same Pep who called Nunez one of the best, what was it, like midfield he's ever seen, or something daft like that. But like he's seen him week in, week out in training. Obviously he had that injury, which is so frustrating because look, City played really well between sort of September and October, but it would have been nice if he had a few more of those cameos. I'm actually looking now at the fixture list because I know there's a few difficult games coming up.
Tricky game.
Yeah, like if that Aston Villa game was at home, I think he's definitely starting. With it being away, I don't know.
You know what though, Amos? I think it's better that he starts at the away game.
Possibly.
I think sometimes you flip it and go, you know what? Nah, we're at Villa Park, yeah. We're going to be under pressure. And like, I'm looking at you, Cherki, say, right, you think you're all that? Well, this is Villa Park, man, and I'm telling you, the eyes of the world are going to be watching, yeah, because it's a big game, and well, not eyes of the world won't be watching because El Clasico's on at the same time, innit? But anyway, besides the point, a lot of people are going to be watching the game. It's going to be a tough match. Villa are in form, and there's going to be periods in the game where we're going to get cooked. Yeah, I'm looking at you to are you going to sink or swim? And I need you to make sure you swim. And I think I just think sometimes just throw him in, man. Yeah, I just think some players are designed, yeah, for pressure. And some players are not designed for pressure. Some players can't handle the pressure. Yeah. I think Cherki can handle the pressure. I'd throw him in. I'd throw him in if it was the first game of the season. Yeah. Not now, obviously. And I watched delay. But if this was Anfield away, I'd start him, man. I'd start him anywhere on the planet. I think it's time for Ryan Cherki. Honestly, man, I'm so like, yes, it's Cherki time. I've waited long enough. I've been patient. I've not been rushing him. I've been chill. I've been saying everyone needs to relax. Yeah, don't worry about it. Now, I'm getting impatient now. I want to see him on the pitch, man. The guy's a baller.
You've had one sniff. You've seen, you've had that, you had that little taste.
Cameos, and I'm like, yes, get him in the fucking team, man. Yeah.
I definitely want to see it. I definitely want to see it. I'm thinking from Pep's point of view, like, if it's me, yeah, sure, I'm running with it. But I feel like, and look, people are going to hate this, but I think he's actually been semi-underrated this year. I think Bernardo Silva comes in for that. Obviously he started against Villarreal, but I think he's got to be in there just for the glue. And I think if you go Cherki, I think you have to drop Foden, but I don't think he's dropping Foden personally.
Yeah, interesting. Yo, big up Robertinho says, I'll be honest, I think this summer put a target on Savio's back, myself included, with higher expectations, but watching the highlights back, he was good. Nah, facts. I've spoke about this a lot, haven't I, bro? I think that the summer transfer saga, didn't help him one little bit because it's kind of like, he's added the pressure on. And then with the fee being rumoured of like 70 million quid, I'm seeing people.
You've got to show yourself as a 70 million pound player.
You've got to show yourself as a 70 million pound player. So obviously, like, none of this would have happened if when Spurs knocked on the door and said, yo, Savio, would you be open to a move to Spurs? If he just said, nah, none of this would have even happened. But I do feel that, like, this summer has changed a lot of people's views. Not everyone's, but it has changed a lot of people's opinions on him. And he needs to start delivering. But like I said, I thought he had a good game yesterday. So I thought I'd ask you guys because there have been quite a lot of people in the chat.
7.
I'd go 7-5.
Yeah,
he had a hand in both goals as well.
Yeah.
If he can deliver that performance every time he's called upon, I'll be happy with Savio. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not actually wanting Savio to destroy every single game and be the main man in every single game. But if you can have, leave an imprint where you can say, but he did this and he was involved in that, I'll say first. That's what that's all I want.
That's what Mahrez did. That's what Mahrez did for a lot of his career.
Well, Mahrez could go 50, 60 minutes in the game where he wouldn't do much, and then he'd spring up with a wand of a left foot shot that would bend in, or he'd lay off some mad pass to someone who'd lay off something that would go in. Like, for me, that's what a top winger will do. They'll leave their imprint on a game where they're not, even massively involved and they're not all over it. The way, like, say, Doku, he's an all-action winger. You'll know when he's on the pitch. You know what I'm saying? But Savio, I don't think he has the same kind of the same approach to game as Doku.
He will ghost for a bit, won't he? And
exactly, but you
can get away with that. Yeah,
ghost all you want as long as you contribute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like I say, if last night was good for Savio, I think it was good. And it's a good building platform. But do you lads think off the back of last night he starts on Sunday?
Well, I go back to that tweet LB referenced. I do think I think Pep wants this to be the wingers. And I mean, it's harsh to drop him after objectively a good game, possibly one of his best in a City shirt, which again, says a lot about last season, but still. And I don't see Doku dropping out of the team based on the back of like 2 average performances. I think that would be harsh, especially at Villa. Like that, I can see City leaning into the transitions a bit there as well. Not as much as we saw against Arsenal by any means, but I think obviously, what is it, 2 seasons in a row we've been beaten there.
He's up against Matty Cash as well, man.
He had a good game. I know it's Spurs, but he did play. I was surprised.
He played all right, man. But
he was good against Spurs.
Man, like surely Doku's cooking Matty Cash.
You'd hope so.
So in your ideal world, if you were given the choice of selection, I know you're both very keen to see Cherki start. I don't think Pep will, although it's what I would like to see. How are you piecing this puzzle together then? You know what I'm saying? how would you make it work with these players? Do you think Cherki becomes a central player? Does he become a wide player? Does Savio deserve to be back in?
I think he can be on the I think he can be on the right at the moment.
I
don't think it's as simple as this, but I think my wing partnerships would be Marmoush, Savio, because Marmoush is your sort of point of difference there. He's very different to Doku, of course, but like Marmoush is the sort of guy who will just pop up with a worldie from out of nowhere, or like find half a yard and like slip someone through, whatever. And then I would have Doku and someone like Cherki, who on the right hand side is a bit more technical. Obviously, Oscar Bob's played there a little bit. Brentford. I'm not underwhelmed with Oscar Bob, but I need some. I thought he was good against Wolves opening game of the season. Since then, it's been like flashes and
just like mid performances, isn't it?
Yeah. Like there's been moments, but then you just do you know what it is with Oscar Bob? I need to see him grab a game by the scruff of the neck and say, like, you know what, I am the guy. Because at some point you've got to go from being the academy kid who's got lots of promise and talent. You've got to make that step, and I think this season Oscar Bob needs to do that. But I do think if I can see sort of Savio and Marmoush being I would think a better wing partnership, and I can see Doku. I think Doku sort of needs that kind of that player who's a bit more retains the ball a little bit. And I know they're not the same, Savio and Doku, but they are kind of like lights out wingers to a degree. Yeah, that's how I sort of see it.
I wouldn't mind seeing Savio on the left, Cherki on the right. Just experiment season. If I could experiment and see what it looks like, because am I right in saying Savio's had his most output ever when playing on the left? I think that's so. Factual. And he seemed to enjoy it when he was given a couple of games there last season. I also think with Cherki, when you say play him on the right, I don't even think it means he's going to be on the right most of the time. Like with Savio and Doku, they're very locked to their positions, aren't they? They hold the touchline, they create width, and they try to make a little bit of space for themselves. Cherki's totally different, really, isn't he? Like he's going to float across the front line throughout the entire game.
Yeah.
He'll line up as a right winger, but you're going to see him in pockets in the middle. You're probably going to see him over the far side of the pitch as well. He's like a free roam in many ways. So, like, I suppose having a solid right back behind them, that's another conversation. Like, if you're going to play Cherki right wing, you need someone who's defensively sound behind them. But the front three thing, obviously Haaland's in the middle, but the dynamic of having Cherki on a wing and moving across and even making space for maybe an overlapping right back would be interesting. But Savio on the left and maybe one of them on the right, Cherki on the right, I'd be interested in seeing that. How does anybody feel about it?
I don't know, man. I just feel that, like, bro, no one has a clue, man. Let's just have it real. Let's just say the truth in it. Nobody.
We haven't seen enough of all of them. Yeah,
but we have seen enough of some of them. We've seen Doku's in his third year, Savio's in his second year. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we've seen a lot of these guys, and like, we still don't know what the best position is.
Most of these guys, I get rid of them, but they're here. Like, it is what it is.
So you're going to have 9 players left if you gets the keys.
Bro, if I
quick selling,
Savio would be gone. They'd be gone in the summertime. But like, they're here now, so you have to back them. So now I'm like, okay, while they're here, how can you make the most out of them? What pairing, what duo is going to give you the most efficiency?
I want to see us stick around in the League Cup. I'd be annoyed if we went out to Swansea. But like, say we got even like, one of the big teams in the next round, I'd be annoyed if we didn't sort of. I think we've got a strong enough squad anyway, but I think that's an opportunity this season for those.
Well, you have to, unfortunately, we have to humble ourselves, Hugh. And Amos, sorry, because I've always said, right, in the previous, I really like the Carabao Cup, me. I've always really enjoyed it. Yeah, I remember going, like, when I was younger, and like, there was like 20,000 City fans in the stadium. It was always empty, but like, you see like rotational players. Yeah, you see academy players. It's good, man. Like, you see all I think it's a really good competition, and it's a trophy, right? But I've always understood, Pep's situation in the last 5 years of listen, lads, we're getting to like Champions League semi-finals, finals. We're getting FA Cup semi-finals, finals, and we're going in deep to the Premier League. This is a competition that really, obviously we'd like to win it, but it's causing us a bit extra games, and we'd rather sack it off. No problem. And it's paid off. I've never moaned about it. Yeah, I've always understood this situation. Yeah, we're winning but now we're not that team that is obviously like no one's going to sit here and be like, we're going to win the Prem definitely. And like, we don't know. We're less guaranteed of getting trophies. I don't think we can take this competition not seriously anymore. So I'm with you. I would be frustrated if Pep rotates heavy. In obviously, he can rotate against Swansea. He should still be able to beat Swansea, right? With due respects. But like, if we get like a better team, I don't want to see like a mad rotation. Yeah, because I think that we need to like just bring ourselves back down to earth a little bit and like start full sending it. So yeah, we'll see what he does there.
That's why I lost my head at that cup final in Palace, because I was like, obviously it wasn't a good season for City, but top 4 in a trophy. You look back on that in a few years' time, you go, what? That you know, that's another try. And I think it's the same with the League Cup. Like, City might not get in a title race, whatever, probably going to get top 4. Turns a decent season into a good one if you sit there and say at the end of it, like, we've got a piece of silverware. So I think this season definitely, you know, see what it's like come January. Because if City are like, you know, 1 point or 3 points away from Arsenal or whatever, whoever it might be at the top, fair enough. Maybe the goalpost move, but yeah, definitely want to see sort of progress in that one.
No, for sure. Well, let's bring up this, because I didn't do player ratings yesterday, so we won't go through all the stats and that, but we'll just fly through them because I was meant to do this today, but I completely forgot. Donnarumma yesterday, boys, made a couple of saves, didn't he? I think he didn't do anything that I didn't expect him to do, like a couple of punches on corners, but
I think he made one particularly good save.
Which one?
I might be making it up. I think there was a bit of a shot from distance or from an angle.
Yeah,
maybe.
and he sort of parried it away. Yeah,
it was a bit acrobatic. He might have been doing it for the cameras. I don't know, but it was a good save by the looks of it.
What are you guys making of Donnarumma so far this season?
Love him.
Good man.
Love him.
Yeah,
love him. He's already a diamond of the Etihad. They love him. Everyone absolutely just fell in love with him straight away from that Man United game, and he feeds off it too. He loves it. He interacts with the South Stand and he's even like I love. And people will overplay this, but I love when a goalkeeper is always like hyping up his defenders after a block or hyping up his defenders after.
You can tell Diaz has loved him coming in as well.
Facts,
because
exactly, man. And
they feed off each other. That sort of linked-in mentality, like it's magic. I agree with you. I think he's been. It's funny thinking back to conversations people are having, like, and look, it might go tits up. I don't know, but he's just. You knew he was a winner when he was coming in, and you can see what he's done, and he's lifted. Like, I think Haaland loves having him there. I think the dressing room sort of look at him and go, you know what, bloody hell, we're not. You know, the last couple of years, recruitment wise, this is a serious signing, and it's reflecting, I think.
Yeah, I just think
he's net positive. He's a net positive, Donnarumma. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, of course he is.
He's impacting positively in more ways than just being a good shot stopper, and that's absolutely priceless for a goalkeeper. Am I right, or am I making this up? That I saw PSG fans in the timeline saying we need to talk about Chevalier or like.
I remember when they got rid of him. I remember going on their Twitter post and going to the comments, and I don't remember seeing any that were like good riddance, see you later. Like most of them were like, a bit mad, like thanks for everything you've done. Like you didn't want him to go, a lot of them, and then the Chevalier guy's coming in. I don't think he's hit the ground running. So no, he was good, man. I don't think he did anything like a mad exceptional yesterday, from what I can remember. I'll probably give him like a 7.5. But for me, it's more the sort of like the stature of Donnarumma for me. That's the best thing about him.
Wait, his footwork was good yesterday, though.
Yeah, it was.
There's a couple of passes, wasn't there? Yeah, that were tidy, sort of split defenses. What's your sort of usual base like? You know,
I say 6 is average. If you give him less than a 6, you basically say net negative for the team. Anything over a 6 is positive.
I'd go 6.5, I reckon.
Okay, Hugh.
Yeah, I think 6.5 is fair. He didn't have to do too much, but I think he was overall a net positive. So 6.5.
I think, the thing is as well, maybe I've done a disservice there, but he looks so comfortable because he does the basics so right. You know what I mean? Like, he came out and got across that for another keeper. You know, might have been an issue, or so yeah. But look, it wasn't going to be his busiest game, was it?
Nah, facts.
Yeah.
Well, that tends to be the case in City. You know what I mean? You don't really. Well, last year it wasn't, but obviously it was picking the ball at the back of the net, unfortunately.
What interesting to see him in City's team last year, actually.
What are the people saying now? I think you had a few in your panel show who were like, "No, don't get him, bro. He can't play football. He can't pass, man. He can't kick a ball."
Think about James Trafford.
Yeah, everyone's just buzzing. Everyone's just gassed, man. Everyone's just I don't know, man. Like, it's just a sick signing. It's a fucking Galactico signing. Like, don't get it right. He won the Yashin Trophy, bro. Like, best goalkeeper in the world. Like, he won the Champions League. Like, we've just signed an elite level goalkeeper who's mad experienced, who's just fucking mint. Like, how could anybody not like this guy? If you don't like this guy, for me, you're just being edgy.
There's a few edgy people, though. There's a few edgy people.
I genuinely just feel like if someone talks to
Joe
me,
Butterfield, he was so anti it. He was
edgy
so
guy,
anti it.
Yeah, but what's he saying now though? Is he anti it still?
He's had the older.
Worried about Trafford's feelings, man.
If he's still moaning, then he's being edgy. Yeah, I'm telling you now, you can't not like this guy. Like, he's just mint. Yeah, he's just mega. Anyway, let's go into the defense. Nunez, mint again. Yeah, I got to say, that's 2 games in a row. I think he's been really, really good. Really impressed. And, he's actually not even playing in my favourite sort of position. I prefer him going down the wing, getting crosses in on the overlap, rather than going infield. But he's been doing it really, really well. You know what I like about him, he's not afraid. He's not afraid to play those like forward risky passes, is he?
That's what you get from like having a centre attacking midfielder at right back. And you do get that technicality. The thing is, we were speaking about it on our show. Like, what do you want from your modern day fullback? Athleticism, technical ability, dual winning ability, and sort of that technicality and acceleration.
And no bozo gene.
Well, we can't have everything, you know what I mean? But like, of those 6 things, he's got 5 of them. So like, maybe the bozo gene is there. Hopefully we can do some sort of genetic modification where we can get rid of it. But he's looking comfortable. The thing is, like, with Nunez, it does feel like a case of when, not if, the next mistake's going to come. But if you can eliminate them, we've obviously Kyle Walker, widely regarded the best right back in Premier League history by those who have a frontal lobe. But even still, like, how many times would he switch off at the back post or something like that? These players aren't immune from mistakes. I just think it is about building a team that is making the least mistakes, and that sounds sounds so simple.
Nah, but football's funny though, isn't it, Amos? Though, because like, if Kyle Walker was guilty of that a lot, back post switching off, but when that happens, like, you say, oh, fucking hell, like, that's shit defending. But because it's not like a direct mistake, you don't really cook them. Unfortunately for Nunez, because they're bozo mistakes and not just mistakes, they're so like direct, where it's like I've literally passed the opposition the ball, or just give it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so like, it's some reason it's emphasized, but it shouldn't really, because a goal's a goal. And if you're bad defending, slash bozo, it's the same thing. But now he's playing really, really well, man.
He's not really had a bozo this season though, has he? Apart from, was it the top game?
Brighton, he started playing volleyball.
I mean, last season was when people kind of saw he has that genetic makeup, the bozo one. But I can attribute a lot of that to last season in general. A lot of players were really off, and they're impacting each other negatively. So I'm willing to put that behind and look at him so far this season, when things have been on a brighter note. He's been good. I have to give it to him. He's been good, man. So I'm not saying the when thing. It's not when, not if type thing just yet, because I don't think he.
I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying a lot of people think, like, when, like, for example, he came on against Arsenal, and I thought he was great against Arsenal, but it was a case of like, oh, bloody hell, here we go. Like, he's going to end up passing one backwards or something. And it didn't.
I gotta say though as well, it's not even his fault, by the way. Like, we could have bought a right back. The club decided not to. So if you know what I mean, like, this is if it does go south, like, he shouldn't really get blamed for it, really. Like, it will, obviously. People will be like, fucking hell. But you know what I mean? Like, it's fundamentally the club decided they're happy with Nunez at right back. So it's a club issue, really.
I think for 90% of the games City play, he's more than fine in that position.
I agree.
I still think Kusanov comes back in for the big matches, though.
100%. 100%. I agree. I'd give him a high rating, man. I'd give him like a 7.7.
I'd go 8.
Isn't that exactly his old? No, I'm thinking of Sporting Lisbon. Sorry. I'd give him yesterday 7.8. Thought he was good, man. I thought he was a positive force.
Yeah. And John Stones treble tactics are back. City winning the treble.
Midfield Stones, man.
You know what's funny as well, right? Yeah, chat. I don't know if anyone in the chat remembers, right? But somebody asked me about this last week. Yeah, somebody in the chat, put a message in the chat and put, LB, what do you think about putting John Stones back into the midfield? And I said, nah. I said, wrong again. I said, nah, I don't think it's going to work. Like, that was 2-3 years ago. John Stones had pure injuries. I'm not sure it's going to work. But, oh, my God, that is such an unbelievable tactic, that, innit? Because you just get that free man. And Savio was the beneficiary of that tactic because he then had a 1v1 because John Stones was picking up, what's that guy, Buchanan? Buchanan, if John Stones wasn't there, Buchanan would have been marking Savio. Savio would have had 2v1, but that's why Savio got the 1v1s because Buchanan was coming inside marking John Stones. What a tactic that is, man. I'm surprised. You know what? Everyone copies Pep. No one's really copied him on that.
No one's got the play to do so. This is the thing. This is why we saw it where he tried it with Akanji and it was bobbins and like that Real Madrid game, and you've got Akanji, and I think there was one against Arsenal when they had 10 men, and it's Akanji trying to do the fucking playmaking role. You know what I mean? This is one of my sort of, if I could change one thing about football, it would be John Stones' fitness record, because he's going down in the wider football conversation as an all-timer if he doesn't have
definitely
if he can play like more than 25 games a season, he's clear. He's so clear. It's so frustrating. But look, 2023 we got the best of it, and it is what it is.
No, he was mint last night. He was actually a fucking class, man.
See, when he's good, he's great, Stones. When he's good, he's great. But when he's bad, he's awful. Do you know what I mean? Like, if he's feeling good about himself and he's getting a run of games together like he is now.
But when is he bad, though?
The thing, I was going to say, the thing is, I can't remember the last time he was bad. I'd say since, like, I know he linked to Wolves in, like, 2020 or something like that.
Yeah. West Ham.
Yeah.
It was West Ham,
By bad, I mean not fit, by the way. I don't mean bad footballer. I think he's a Rolls Royce of a footballer. Sorry, I should have clarified that. No, he's mega. But like I say, I do want to emphasize that when he's good, he's great, though, because when he is feeling good about himself and he is getting a run of games together, he's fit. He's such a unique weapon to have, such a unique weapon to have that no one else has. The capacity to really, if the team are dominating the game, you can go and really dominate the game. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if it's a game where maybe if you are playing against Liverpool or you are playing against an Arsenal, are you going to put Stones further up the pitch? Maybe not. But it's nice to see that he can still do it, because he was really good last night. I was really happy to see that.
I love to see that treble tactic, man. It just reminded me of the treble, man. I can't lie. That first half, I thought we played fucking great stuff. But I'm going to give him a good score.
Part of your best defense if everyone's fit.
The thing is, you've got to guarantee me the fitness. It can't just be if I tell you
Stones won't get injured again this season.
Yeah, easy. I think Vardiol and Diaz has been good, but like, there's no profile that compares to John Stones, what he gives you.
Yeah. If you could guarantee me fitness, it'd be Stones Vardiol.
Yeah,
probably.
So
Diaz, really, I was actually going Stones Diaz. I think you push Gvardiol to the left. I think you say, sorry, Nico O'Reilly, you're all right.
And I think as well with Donnarumma, I think having two solid ball playing centre backs at his disposal. Because I think sometimes this season, players will be pressing Donnarumma, and to have a player just to give him a quick out ball, like a get out free pass, just to pass it to Stones.
Diaz in a bum though when it comes to doing stuff like that.
He's not, but he's no Gvardiol or Stones, I suppose.
I don't. It might be a hot take. I don't think Gvardiol has been great for a little while now. In the past,
it's not a hot take. It's not a hot take. It's not a hot take at all. I said it about 3 weeks ago, and people didn't want to hear it, but it was true.
And then, funny enough, he's played so much, hasn't he?
It's funny, right? Because then he come out in the international break and went, "I'm knackered," and I was like, "Yo, he wasn't great, mate," and it's probably because he's been knackered. So, but then again, last year we burnt him out because no one was fit apart from Gvardiol.
Yeah, it was bad.
Do you know what I'm saying? So anyway, what you guys rating Stones yesterday?
7.5, I think.
7.5.
I give him an 8, bro. I thought everything you said about him freeing up space for Savio.
The only thing I'd say, like, we weren't tested defensively enough for me to be like we know what he does with the ball. Maybe needed a bit. Not that I wanted to see it because I thought City were comfortable, but and I'd say the same for Diaz. Sort of 7.5 as well.
Yeah, I'd give him a 7.8 Stones. I thought it was good, man. Diaz, steady day, wasn't it? Got the job done.
Yeah.
looking decent. Yeah, I'd probably give him a 7.5. Diaz. Yeah, solid. Hugh.
Yeah, 7.5, man. I think the expectations and the demands in a game like yesterday on Stones and Diaz are different. You know what I mean? Like Stones is going to influence the game a lot more just by the fact that he's stepping into midfield. So there's more of a body of work to assess with what Stones does. But when Diaz isn't doing that, when Diaz is just a chill at the back and there's not much going on, it's hard to rate him. So yeah, easy 7.4, 7.5 for Diaz. It's kind of like the Donnarumma one, isn't it? Like, you know,
I thought it was just steady performance.
Yeah,
that's all I want from him. After the last 2 years, man, I just want steady performances from Diaz. You know what I mean? I want him to try and get back to his best. Steady performances is the way there. Yeah, Josko back at left back yesterday. I was quite surprised at that because O'Reilly didn't play for England, so he's had a rest.
He took a knock, didn't he, in the Everton game?
Yeah, but Pep said he was fine. So unless he wasn't
fine. I think it was an impact one, and it's one of them like, you know, if you get a bruise or something, it can be a bit painful. Probably could have played through it if needed. Yeah, agreed totally. I think it's probably one of those like you get an injection or something, you can play through it if you needed, but there's probably no point in risking it. Yeah, Gvardiol fine, 7 out of 10, I think.
Yeah, I'd probably give him a 7 as well. Yes, 7. Didn't really remember him getting forward too much, to be honest with you. Right, well, you said Nico Gonzalez would have been your man of the match, Amos, had he stayed on the pitch. He didn't stay on the pitch. He went injured. Hopefully he's okay. Yeah, got subbed off in the... How long did he play? He played about 60 minutes, was
60, yeah, about... I think it was just after half-time he got the knock, and then...
57 minutes
later.
He played, yeah.
Was that Party again, man? Did he injure Rodri last season as well?
Yeah.
Nah. That has to be investigated, man. That's
nasty,
weird.
Man. Nasty.
Yeah.
Mad.
He was fucking sick yesterday. Honestly, man, Nico Gonzalez for me is like his improvement levels is just going like this, man. Like it's such an upwards trajectory. And I'm really liking what I'm seeing, man. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Nico G. Like just progression, steady progression. Yeah, you know what I don't like though? I'm gonna say it right now, and this is just my opinion, chat. Yeah, I don't like this whole he's the next Rodri or whatever. Yeah, because people always tell me, LB, stop talking about extra Messi. You're putting too much pressure on him. Yeah, last season when I was talking about James McAtee and Nico O'Reilly, don't talk about them. You're putting too much pressure on him. When I talk about Bob, you're putting too much pressure on him. And then people out here saying, yeah, he's the next Rodri, mini Rodri 2.0. Yeah, when Rodri leaves, he can. I'm like, yo, chill. How about you chill? Yeah, you tell me to chill. Yeah, you chill, man. Yeah, how about let's let him do his thing and just get better and better. Yeah, saying he's the next Rodri, man. How about you relax? Yeah, I was in one rule for you, one rule for me.
Yeah, I'd probably give Mini Rodri like a 8.5, man. I thought he was really good.
Yeah. The next Rodri gets an 8 from me.
An hour in it, you know.
That's what I mean. Like, I think if he stays on and he plays the same, I'm talking like 8.5, 9, but 60 minutes, I'm happy to give him an 8. And do you know what the thing is for me? I know we're not doing Rodri comparisons, but hear me out. He's the same age as Rodri when Rodri joined, and like, there's no ploddery, there's no sort of, there's nothing. He's just looking.
Really remember the Gundo Rodri?
I don't think he would. No, I'm with you, LB. I was a Rodri truther from day one. Although Hugh, we've got a mate. He won't appreciate this. Dylan. He put a tweet out, and I swear, like it would get him cancelled if he did it nowadays. He was like just slandering the poor man. I don't think he was that. Don't get me wrong. I remember he was playing centre half at times as well.
I think it was the system, bro. When Pep played that Gundogan Rodri double pivot, which funny enough ended up winning us a treble. Yeah, so he fucking clever guy, Pep. Yeah, but that double pivot in that first year was hanging, man. It was the worst thing I ever seen in my life. Yeah, but then obviously he got it working somehow, and then we won the treble with it, man. But I don't remember him being that bad in the first year. I see people say, "Oh, Rodri was shit in the first year." I was like, "What?" I don't remember this.
Do you know what I will say though? I agree. Nico Gonzalez has been better in his first year than Rodri was in his first year.
Rodri wasn't great. I didn't dislike him, but he didn't set the world alight. Like, do you know what I mean? It wasn't.
Yeah, there were moments.
It's a lot of revisionism now. People are changing their own history. I'm not saying you for 1 second, Amos. Like you didn't.
Look, I was on it. I got receipts.
A lot. I remember, bro. You, LB, you were doing the City Extra watch-alongs, man. And I remember, I can still hear it in my head. Rodri, you dick. I can still hear it in my head.
Rodri horizontal. that slander name. It's a good job we didn't have that sort of level of slander. Rodri Zontal is incredible.
That was but the thing is that Rodri Dick thing was a one-time, that a match. I'm reacting to a thing in a match. That Rodri can still make mistakes now. Yeah, and I'll probably say Rodri Dick, but like I'm saying, like, you know what I mean. So I don't know, man. I just don't really remember him being that shit, to be honest with you. I just don't. But then my memory's just awful, bro. I can't even lie.
No, but it wasn't that he was shit. It's just people. We had Fernandinho, who had not too long beforehand been in his prime and been excellent. So we were desperate for a Fernandinho regen to come in when Rodri was never going to be that, you know, and he wasn't that when he first arrived. So it was like stepping into massive shoes, you know, for anyone to come in to follow Fernandinho, who played centre half that season, by the way, beside Otamendi, like with a mad team, was going to be a tough task.
But both did at one point. Was it Palace away? Rodri and Fernandinho partnered each other.
Yeah, mad selections. But to go back to your point, I think you make a good point. Nico G is settling in quicker and he looks more comfortable than probably Rodri did at this stage. And that's not a diss on Rodri, people. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just more of a credit to Nico G. I really like him. I'm really, really impressed with him so far. He's everything I wanted Calvin Phillips to be. Do you know what I'm saying? He's everything I wanted him to be. Just like when Rodri's not around, I know this guy is going to give me a good performance. He's going to give me what I need to keep the team ticking over. Like I say, I'm not going to buy into the mini Rodri stuff, the baby Rodri stuff, because there's no need to do that right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Once you know Nico G can keep the ship steady when called upon, which he has done for now, that's all I need from him. If he goes on to do more, fucking amazing, brilliant. But right now, like what he's doing and what he's done while Rodri's not been around, spot on. It's perfect.
You know, Nico's incredible at, and saw it a lot in the first half. He's so press resistant, which is something that you need to be an elite six, especially when you've not got Donnarumma in terms of, so you've not got Edison in terms of picking those passes out. But maybe he gets found out. I don't think he will because he's just aware to it. But the way he receives the ball on the half turn is like up there with Foden levels of doing it in the final third. There was a moment, obviously we saw the clip of the Brentford pass where he sort of drops the shoulder and pings it out wide. But there's a similar one in this Villarreal game. And even still, like even if he does sort of collect the ball and take it forward, his ball carrying is wonderful as well. I think City could, if fitness does it, sort of fitness allows it, get away with playing both of them.
I want to see it at some point, and then you give Foden a proper free roll. Then.
Yeah, or Cherki.
Yeah, Cherki. Yeah.
Do we know the status of his injury? Like, is he available for Villa or nah?
I don't know. It was a knock, wasn't it? Like the good thing, it didn't. Well, I don't know. Maybe it was, but it didn't seem like it was muscular. He took a sort of like a collision, and it might just be precautionary. I hope so. Anyway, my confidence levels go to the floor if it's no Rodri and no Nico at Villa Park.
Oh yeah,
Kovacic when he came on though. I give Kovacic credit. I thought he actually played.
Yeah, I think I like Kovacic, but he needs to be next to a holding midfielder.
Yeah,
because he ain't a holding midfielder.
I agree. He's the double pivot. He's the pivot in the double pivot. That's what he is. Now, I've not seen any more news on. Pep said he wasn't serious, but let's see what goes on. Yeah, I'll probably give him an 8. I'll give him an 8. I think he was really good. I know he only played an hour, but I judged the hour that he played, and I thought it was an 8 out of 10. So 8 from me. What are you guys saying?
Yeah, 8.
8, cool. Rico Lewis. I don't know what you guys were saying, but I was actually backing Rico Lewis yesterday before the game. I was actually trying to calm down the chat because a lot of people in the chat yesterday was losing their heads big time. But I actually thought that I like Rico Lewis in midfield, but I don't know what you guys like him in midfield on that.
You see with Rico, people have preconceived opinions about him, and which they're not willing to shake off. Like, look, he has his flaws, and he's not who I'd be playing at all in the middle of the park against Liverpool in a couple of weeks' time. But in games like yesterday, I think they suit him. I think, even having Stones in there beside him suits him. I think the bit of space suits him. I thought he was decent. I'm kind of on the fence about how I feel about his future with Rico. Like, sometimes I like him. I look at him and I go, I really like what you're doing, and I can see what your purpose is. And then some games I just look at him and I feel like he's getting bullied physically, and that's. But
I think he gets away with it more in midfield. I genuinely think he could possibly step into that Bernardo role. Maybe not long term, I don't know. But Bernardo, there you go, Cameron, spot like in the sense that there is a sort of role in midfield where you don't need to be physically the biggest, and it's certainly not at right back. It's a shame because if you could combine Rico Lewis and Matheus Nunez, you've got like a worldie of a right back. But hey, you can't do that. But I think you can get away with that sort of role in midfield and in the pockets where you don't need to be sort of shrugging players off. You don't need to, and like he can put a foot in as well. It's not like he's.
Oh, he's aggressive. He's tenacious.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think I like it. And look, it's a squad game. You've got to have a squad of, you've got to have a squad of players that can come in and do a job, and he certainly did. And what is he now, like over 100 appearances at 20 years old for City? That's bonkers.
Yeah, it's absolutely
that is
wild.
bonkers.
There's no question over his technical ability, Rico. I think he's superb. He just needs, like, I think people do forget his age a little bit because he is around so long. He just needs to be a bit more cute with his game, doesn't he? And not allow himself to get so involved physically with players who are just going to batter him. Do you know what I'm saying? And bully him.
But I feel like when he plays in midfield, he avoids. I feel like he avoids a bit more of that physicality because he can use his technical ability and his position and his quite like quick acceleration to get away. But when he's at right back, naturally, because he's doing more defending, he's going to get stuck in, and then because he's not that strong. Yeah, sometimes he'll struggle. So I've always said, I think in midfield, I think he's a good midfielder. And I fucking nailed my position there when we played Arsenal a few years ago when he played midfield. And I thought it was really, really good. And I thought, fuck me, if you can play like that at the Emirates in midfield.
It was him and Kovacic as a double pivot, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he played really well.
Yeah,
he played really well. He was one of our best players that day. I was like, fucking hell, that was a good performance, man. But obviously his problem's going to come that, like, we've got, other midfielders. But I don't know. I think he's just a good player to have around the squad. Yeah, he's only 20, Bobby. He's 20 and he's played 100 games for City already, mate. So I like him, man. And I just think, like, he's such a positive player. He's always looking to go forward. He's always looking to forward pass or make that run forward. And yeah, that's what I like to see, especially after last year. And of watching the midfield three pass left, right, back, left, right. No one would ever pass the ball forward. Rico Lewis is like the antidote to that, man. Yeah, he's always trying to pass forward. So shout out Rico, man. I think he gets a little bit too much stick, in my opinion. I'm going to give him. I thought first half very good, second half dropped off. I'll give him a 7.8.
I'll say 7.5.
Yeah, I'll go 7.5 too.
Okay, cool. Bernardo Silva back in the side, captain, obviously. Was it just a sort of like standard performance from Bernardo? Just like
it's hard, isn't it? Because like I don't think we'll ever see those Bernardo masterclasses. Like I think the peak one's 2019 against Liverpool, where he ran like 12 kilometers or whatever, so much stupid it was. Like we're never ever going to see that again, which is a shame. But I've maintained this season, I think he is still the glue. I thought City looked much better when he came on against Everton. I just think he frees up other players to do what they want to do and allows the likes of Matheus Nunez, obviously he was inverting a little bit more, but even Savio ahead of him or Rico Lewis to make those runs. The harshness and the reality of football is a player like Bernardo Silva's never getting they're never getting the flowers they should have done in the heyday, because it's just like he's never the star. But I think, I still think there's a big role for him. Not every game, don't get me wrong. I don't want to see him starting. There's games where he won't be needed. But I think away from home in Europe, after you've not won any of last 5 games away in Europe, you need to get a win. Villarreal, their home record was great. Of course, play him. Why not? It's stupid not to when you've got a player of that experience. So yeah, and obviously got the goal as well. Loves a header in the Champions League, doesn't he?
Yeah, nice header. Nice header. Solid performance. I thought he did well at the weekend when he come off the bench against Everton as well. Thought he played well there. So yeah, a bit of decent form for Bernardo, which is good. But yeah, nothing special. I'd probably give him he got the goal. So
yeah, 7.5. Is that too harsh?
No, I think 7.5 is okay because he got the goal, but unfortunately, right, it's just the reality of the situation that Bernardo's job now is not glamorous in it. He's not getting forward, making plays, he's never really got assists and goals anyway. His numbers ain't really ever been there, but like he's not really doing that. So he sort of like keeps things ticking over, make sure the midfield's fine and picking up the ball off the defense. So yeah, I'll probably just give him a 7.5, man. But yeah, 7.5. Hugh on that as well?
Yeah, 7.5, 7.6. Thought he was good, man. I think he's gone under the radar a little bit this season, but he was good last night. Like I was just glad to see someone else score that wasn't Haaland. It was
Yeah, I hear that.
Give him a 10 just for that.
Yeah, man, it was nice. He sealed the game for us in a way.
Yeah.
So
no, fair. All right, well, we won't spend long on the wingers because we spoke about them already, but we'll just go through the ratings. Doku, I thought he had a poor game, but at the same time, I thought Mourinho, the right back, was very, very good. I also don't like the fact that we put Doku back on the wing rather than inside, where he's been playing really well. So that's a little bit frustrating. Not really Doku's fault. That's obviously a tactical decision. But yeah, I mean, he just struggled all night, didn't he, against Mourinho? So I'll give him a 3.5.
Yeah.
What?
3.5.
3.5 is not. What do you think? That's harsh.
Yeah.
What? That's not harsh, is it?
He could have had an assist. I think he got unlucky with one of the balls he put across. I was ready to sort of go to war for a 6. I thought I was going to be harsh doing a 6.
I was going to say 5.
3.5.
That's crazy.
Is that harsh? You think that's harsh? Yeah.
Maybe.
I'd say harsh.
Oh, did he get past his defender one time?
They were doubled up on him a lot of the time, man.
It did feel.
Right.
I think this and Everton has unfortunately felt like the old Doku in a way.
I give him a 4. I'll boost it up to a 4, but I'm not getting more than a 4, man. No way.
Doku can sleep well tonight now.
I'd hate to see you marking exams at school, Lewis. Jesus.
Yeah. What are you guys saying then?
6.
5. I'll go 5.
Okay. I don't hate Doku. I don't hate anyone. All right, boys. All right, cool. Savio. We say for Savio. Involved in both goals. I thought he played well. I'm going to give him an 8.1.
I'm going to go 8. Yeah, probably 7.8 or something, I reckon.
I don't know.
Wanted a little bit more. I still wanted, there were moments where he just needed to be better. Like, he gave the ball away so many times in that first half.
Yeah, he did. That crossfield pass at the edge of the box. He did that a couple of times, didn't he? When he was cutting in and he was playing that ball at the edge of the box, and it was just like simple pass sometimes. It just, just
wasn't even close. Well. Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a 7. I'm gonna give him a 7 flat, man.
A 7?
Yeah.
That's worse than my Doku shout. He got involved in both of the goals.
No.
Relax.
3.5. 3.5 is like own goal, red card.
Yeah.
7 for Savio. He was involved in both of the goals.
Bro, I watch game with my eyes. Like I appreciate that. That's why he's got the 7. That's why he's got the 7. He was involved in both goals. But beyond that, I need more. I need more involvement.
We'd draw the game if it wasn't for Savio.
What?
We draw the game.
Well, if it wasn't for Savio, maybe we would have won by more. You know what I'm saying? Potato.
You hate Savio. Go on, someone tell you how Hugh hates Savio.
You got a whiff of that catch and was like, "What are we doing, man?"
Yeah.
He had 70 mil on the table and just saw the.
Bro, I'm just all I'm saying is I just need more from the guy. Yeah, look, it was nice. It was nice those 2 goal involvements yesterday, but his overall play, his overall impact on the game, his overall positive impact on the game isn't enough. It's just not enough on a general basis. That is across all his performances, not just last night. So last night, look, it's a step in the right direction. He got 2 goal involvements, but he didn't blow me away. Like how does he warrant being in the 8s? You know, if you're talking about being in the 8s, you're saying this guy slammed it, man. He left his impression on the game. We're going away going, wow, that guy was really good. I didn't come away going Savio was really good. I just said fair play to him.
Okay. And Haaland. Oh man, he's so good, isn't he?
He's
equal.
The thing is, like, this is how mad it is. That was an average Haaland performance. Yeah. Even with the goal.
You know the best thing I think he did in that game, yeah, was when Kovacic played that ball to him. That chip ball from the left to the right, and he took the ball down with his left foot and then banged it with his right
foot. Yeah, I agree. I remember saying it at the time, like that was unlucky. Like that, obviously he could have put it either side of the keeper, but even still, the instinctiveness that was good. That deserved a goal. To be fair, I'd say 8. I reckon maybe no. I'd say a 7.5. 7.5. You know,
like there was one in the first 20 seconds of the game where I'm like, shoot. Do you remember the one?
That was a mad decision. Yeah, it's like he was trying to give Savio a goal.
Yeah, I don't know what he was at, man. I was like, someone of Haaland's level. I was like, I think this is.
And there was a header about 5 minutes later, which was just like 50p head. It went the opposite direction.
But look, at the end of the day, his job is to score. He did. So I think an 8 flat 8. I think is a fair. I don't know why you smile at LB, bro. I don't understand your metric. I don't understand your metric. Like, it changes so often.
3.5 had me shook, man. That's
all right. I'll give Haaland a 7.7. The calculator says 7.5. I'll give him a 7.7.
So how is my 8 funny? Like, it's just 0.3.
It's because you give Savio a 7, and he was involved in both of the goals.
Savio's job is very different to Haaland's job. Haaland just needs to put the ball in the net for me. Savio needs to impact the game as a whole,
which he did twice.
It's a 90-minute game, mate. You know what I'm saying? Haaland might get 10 touches a game, and if he scores 1, that's brilliant for me. You know what I'm saying? But Savio gets a lot more than 10 touches, so there's a lot more body of work to assess with that guy. Look, it is what it is.
Fair dues. Big up Farhad says, which Premier League team has the most world-class players? World-class?
Ooh.
Well, City have got Donnarumma.
Haaland,
Rodri.
Sneak Foden
there? Yeah, I would. I fucking would, yeah. Defense.
You're talking ability.
Yeah,
I say Stones when he's fit. He's world class.
Yeah, that I think this is the issue with this. It's a good question, but I think you need to have the parameters of it. Is it right now?
Is it
right? There's a lot of variables, man. A lot of variables, isn't
there? What's Arsenal then? Gabriel.
I think Raya's world class, boys.
He is, yeah.
I reckon world class. You're talking top 5 in your position, and I think Raya's up there, isn't he? In terms of what?
Raya, Gabriel. Timber,
Saka. Rice.
Yeah, probably
Might be Arsenal.
Liverpool have got Alisson, Van Dijk, Salah,
Van de Generet,
and Wirtz probably.
Would you say last season McAllister was world class?
I love McAllister, you know.
Yeah. McAllister's a top player. Yeah, he is. Be shit this year, but yeah, he's a good player, man. He is. That's a good question.
The fall guy. Yeah.
You need to deep that though, Fahad. You need to deep it a little bit more and have Amos said, you need to have the rules and regulations.
That's a whole stream, bro. That's a whole stream in it.
Yeah, that's a whole stream, man. Yeah, big up Abs as well. So I've got a job interview tomorrow, lads. What do I say? Just don't say Bray in the interview. Yeah, don't say that.
Don't be giving out 3.5 ratings to Doku.
Yeah. They ask you, what do you rate Doku's performance against Villarreal? Don't say 3.5. Yo, this guy doesn't know ball, man. We're not hiring him.
Yeah, mad. All right, and boys. Big up, man. Anything else from you two?
No. Onwards and upwards. Loving it, man. And this season, do you know what it is? It's not perfection, and I like that. I'm enjoying the vulnerability at times. I think it makes the wins a little bit sweeter when you've got to dig a little bit deep and you get through it. Like, don't get me wrong, obviously dominating was great, but I think it only really got exciting March onwards, unless the big title games against Liverpool and stuff are always great. But I feel like this season could be fun. I don't know what it's going to bring, but I don't know what you think,
Amos, but I have my love for going to games back.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Yeah, match day rolls around.
last season was a bit of a chore at times, but now I'm buzzing to. I'm spending money in the club shop, man. You know what I'm saying? Like this, this is how you know,
Got to pay
Wow.
for Donnarumma's wages somehow, man.
bro. I buy something every time I go now. I keep getting lured in, and my phone seems to tap off.
What do you mean every time you go? What possibly can you buy?
Well, I've been to four. I think I've been 4 times this season, and I bought a jersey every time I've been there.
What every single one? So you got all 4 of them?
single.
You got all 4 of them?
That's
bro,
what,
all
400 quid, man.
Oh, I have the home one. I have the black one. I have the raindrop one. I have a
red card.
Donnarumma one, and I have the EA one, the FC25 one.
Bro, how much you bet you've done about 4 ton on that, haven't you?
Easy.
Bro, since I stopped YouTube full time and got a job, I've been able to enjoy myself a bit more. Do you know what I mean?
Are you getting like the player edition ones as well? Are you getting
Nah. Don't be crazy. Don't be crazy.
No?
Oh yeah,
Have you
don't be
ever heard of
crazy. Just
DHK?
Oh, I also have both the Club World Cup jerseys, the orange one and the white one.
So you've
Wow.
got six shirts since the end
7.
of last season.
7.
Wow.
Well,
City
it's
love you,
the
mate.
2 Club World Cups.
Yeah.
The Donnarumma goalkeeper one.
Oh,
And
and
then
all of
the
the
4
four
outfield ones.
Holy shit!
Oh yeah. Have you got Nico G on the back of your shirt? You one of the 4?
No.
Have you heard this, Amos?
What?
Big Steve went into the club shop and said, "How many Nico Gonzalez shirts have you printed?" And they said 4. So we're trying to work out who's got the Nico G
Why
shirts.
do I feel like Owen McColgan has one, Amos? Why do I feel like
Possibly. Have I ever told? I don't think I've ever told you guys about the time I met Sergio Gomez in the club shop.
Nah.
No.
It was meant. So do you remember when City won the Club World Cup in 2023?
Yeah.
The one that was in Saudi.
Mm.
I went. I don't. Even though I've got a few shirts behind me, I've not bought my own City shirt. These were presents. I've not bought my own City shirt for years. But I went into the club shop because I wanted the gold patch. You know, the old one. And I went in, and there was this commotion upstairs, and I look around. I'm like, you know, when you just see someone straight away, you recognize that guy's face. This was literally the morning after we just won the Club World Cup in Saudi Arabia. And there's Sergio Gomez with his brother, right? His brother's buying 6 shirts, getting them all printed, all of the names on the back of Haaland, and his brother's there, like, just
Was he not with the squad then? No.
Yeah. He was straight off the plane in the club shop buying shirts with
back
his
the
brother.
same night, and he's straight in the club shop. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
it
the
was
hell?
mad.
Tourist.
Wild. Yeah, it must have been
Yeah.
getting staff discount or something.
Bought the same amount of shirts as Hugh this season, man. Do you reckon he gets staff
10% off.
discount? Yeah, I was just pointing out. Do you reckon he gets
Imagine.
discount on it? Oh no.
20% off.
LB, have you not bought anything this season? No, you don't rate them.
Nah, I've been saying I'm going to do it for time, but I'm actually going this week. Yeah, I'm going getting a Cherki 10 black kit.
Yeah,
I think it goes hard, man.
Cup printing.
Well, I can't decide. I'll
I
decide
think the
when I
cup
get
printing's
there.
pretty good. This
is, the
this
cup one's
is
nice.
it silver? Is the
Yeah,
silver the
silver.
shirt? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that'll look good. That.
Yeah, I think Cherki 10 goes hard, man. So ever since that Manchester Iconic did a Cherki edit in the black kit, I was like, yeah, I got to get that, man. It goes sick. So yeah, I'm going to go this week and get it, man. But no, I've not got anything else, man. I'll tell you what, though, yeah. Not that they necessarily should be doing it yet, but the NFC kit, mate, yeah. The new kit with the NFC. Do you know it's got an NFC chip in it?
Yeah. So
Yeah, I bought it. I scanned it, bro. It doesn't do anything. I scanned it. It's fake.
Yeah.
Fake news. It's fake news.
It's nice that, you know. I actually like it, mate.
It looks good on the players.
It does, yeah. It doesn't look as good
It
as
doesn't
me.
look good on Hugh. There you go.
No.
There you go, man.
That rain kit is a
The
crime.
players
Anyone-
don't drink beer 3-4 times a week. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
they don't
Yeah.
go to the games the way I do.
Yeah. Some of them do.
Yeah. All right, boys. We'll leave it there. We can't go to bed, innit? But yeah, big up to you, man. Smash these likes up as well, chat, if you've not done so already. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, subscribe to HMTV and City Ramble. And yeah, I'll do some watch-alongs tomorrow. I might do the Villa game. That's on at 5:45. Yeah, see what they're saying. They probably will rotate the team, but we'll watch it anyway. And then, yeah, probably Forest Porto, man, at 8 p.m, man. So, yeah, second channel, more LB, link in description. Smash the like, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, guys.